My name is Courtney and my husband and I own the Nashville Jam Company. We make jams and jellies, sauces, and distribute them locally in different states, from Texas to New York. Actually, we started as just a hobby for something for my husband and I to do on the weekends together.
The housing market collapsed in early 2008. We started by growing heirloom tomatoes and turning those tomatoes into salsa.
We had a large garden, and every night when I would be getting eaten alive by mosquitoes picking the heirloom cherry tomatoes, there was just so many of them. I hated to see them go to waste. We just started selling them at the farmers markets, and we started making a couple different flavors of jams and jellies in mason jars with black and white labels that we printed off our home computer.
Salsa evolved into jam, and the jam really took off, so here we are today.
It's a crazy story. I mean, just going from mason jars, literally, to adding flavors and, choosing a different jar. And it really just kind of snowballed from there. We actually started at the Murfreesboro Saturday Square Market. It's on the square.
And we got to know those people, and maybe it was peaches, or maybe it was strawberries, or blueberries, or blackberries, whatever it was. We got to know those farmers intimately because we were selling right alongside them. So it was pretty neat to have that happen and then form that bond from the birth of the company.
It's actually my 7th year at the Murfreesboro Market this year, and we have grown exponentially in the past 7 years. So our first goal is to get into Whole Foods. They were one of our first stores that we got into. It's so funny because I actually read the book Cold Calling for Idiots because I was very nervous going into stores and trying to pitch the idea of them having the jam on the store shelf. For a lot of the major hotels in Nashville and restaurants, as well as a pretty large regional chain. We do a lot of service size containers, so to where, just we got some notoriety and people just started calling us.
So there's a lot that goes into making jam and jelly, especially on the volume that we do now. We cook in 100-gallon kettles and 40-gallon kettles. We use several local farms. The Green Door Gourmet or Hidden Valley Farm in West Nashville is one of them. Guardian Herb Farms is a new one that we're looking at using this year for blueberries and blackberries. And then there's also Cox Berry Farm in McMinnville. So we get all of the fruit, we bring it all together, we put it in kettles, we add a little bit of sugar, a little bit of real lemon juice, heat it to 190 degrees, put it in jars, let it cool, put labels on it, and then send it out to stores.
Our farthest stores are actually just people that have actually contacted us. They've been in Nashville, tried our jam at a farmer's market or a restaurant and loved it and called and wanted to put it in their boutique or store or restaurant. For a list of retailers, you could visit the Nashville Jam Co.com, and the jam is plural. Also, we do a couple of farmers markets throughout the week in Nashville. We are set up at Sevier Park at the 12 South Farmers Market on Tuesday nights from 3:30 to 6:30. We also set up at the Hip Donaldson Farmers Market, which is on Friday evenings from 4 to 7 in the Ace Hardware parking lot right next to Bank of America on Lebanon Road. And then, like I said before, the Murfreesboro Market on Saturday mornings, 8 till noon. Starts the first Saturday in June, goes to the last Saturday in October. And we actually have our own restaurant. It's called the Nashville Jam Cafe. We opened Mother's Day weekend 2 years ago, so I guess, what is that, like a little over a year and a half? And it is located at 5234 Saundersville Road in Old Hickory, Wednesday through Sunday from 7 a.m. to 2 p.m.
We built a relationship with farmers early on in our infancy, really, because we started out really, really small on our home kitchen stove, sourcing stuff from farmers markets, and then we were returning to those farmers markets to sell our goods. So we were right next to farmers all the time. The great thing about getting stuff locally is you know where it came from. You don't have to worry about any of the guys around here using chemicals or other things to raise their crops that you can't produce. Like Hidden Valley Farm or Green Door Gourmet is an organic farm. Guardian Herb Farms, they use organic methods. There is no pesticides on their berries. So that's very important. You know, fruit not coming frozen from Chile. There's a peace of mind. And then also I believe Tennessee grows fantastic local produce. And when it's in season, you can't beat it.
You know, people love it, so.
It's been a labor of love. It's a lot of hard work that's gone into it. But if you had told me, 7 or 8 years ago that it would have evolved into this, I would have never believed you. It's been fantastic. It's been great to see the success. It's been a lot of fun. Me and my wife had a lot of fun. We've opened a restaurant out of it. So it's been a pretty neat ride.